Find Yourself by Emika Games is an atmospheric horror game that came out in February of 2021. When I sat down to play this, I was racking my brain like, why does Emika Games ring a bell? Have I played something else by them recently? And then it hit me like a really strong cocktail that has no time whatsoever to fuck around. You know the kind, all business. This is the same studio that brought us Summer of 58, which I played and reviewed just a couple of months ago. But I'm sort of glad that I had forgotten that I was already familiar with this team's work because I played this with as fresh of eyes as possible. Once I came to this realization, however, it was immediately clear to me that I would love this game as a shining example of what the horror genre can be. Emika Games does a lot with a little and creates experiences that, while they don't last very long, are fucking brilliant. This is one team that knows horror inside and out. Like, if horror were their crush, I'd be very concerned for it and be hoping that I didn't see pieces of it on the news dredged out of a lake or dug up out of a ravine. That's how creepy and beautiful... ? Emika Games' relationship is with horror. They live and breathe it, and will probably bury its teeth so homicide can't identify it by its dental records. From the soundscape to the narrative to the jump scares, they do everything so well. To wax critical for a second, the premise of this game is convoluted as hell. But Emika Games realizes that and just commits to it anyway, which is the best possible way to handle something like that. Basically, the main character can enter the astral in order to confront the source of his trauma, and the sites you visit in the astral are beautifully and thematically realized, such horrifying fucked up hellscapes. Mwah! Chef's kiss good. And Emika Games knew that to pull it off, they'd have to do it with confidence. You can't just hurl wacky spaghetti at the wall and then avert your eyes and hope people pull out their spaghetti spoons and bibs and dig in. You gotta hurl that shit and then stomp your foot down and scream from the rooftops, "This is my wacky baby. Yeah, she's ugly, but I'm so goddamn proud of her." I gotta be honest real quick though. I played this game because I saw clips on Hover of the jump scares, particularly the ones involving clowns. One thing you've gotta know about me is that I have a major fucking phobia of clowns. Now you know what to get me for my birthday. Much like with Summer 58, I expected this to be all jump scares, and again, I was dead wrong. Yes, there are jump scares aplenty, but Emika Games has proven once again that they are capable of crafting a holistic horror experience. Non-horror gamers erroneously assume that all it takes to make a horror game is jump scares, and that it's just cheap thrills, no substance. Well, Emika Games once again demonstrates with fucking aplomb how to really make a terrifying experience. Their attention to every aspect of horror in this again surprised and delighted me. Still hate clowns though. Some gamers might disagree with me on this last point, but I'm honestly so impressed that Emika Games produces such quality games that last only about an hour to an hour and a half. I mean, there's actual complexity here in terms of character and plot development, though admittedly, the execution does suffer a little bit due to the short form, but only in negligible amounts. And what can you do about that, really? Find Yourself is $6.99 on Steam, and I absolutely think it's worth every penny. If nothing else, you'll learn on a very basic level what all horror games, regardless of length, should aspire to be.